I want to tell you about a book today called Al Capone Does My Shirts. It's written by a good author named Jennifer Cholandinko, I want to say. But I really enjoyed the book. It started off with a young character who's the main character, basically, named Matt, or they call him Moose. And he has to move to California because his dad gets a job at a prison, and he's a part-time electrician, part-time prison guard, and they move to the island of Alcatraz, which is unique because of all the history and everything. And they wind up running around with the few kids that are on the island, him and his younger sister, who has a disability. I guess you could say something like autism, but they didn't really know it at the time. But it's off the coast of California, and he hates it because there's so many rules and there's so many differences from where they came from, and he would rather just be back to where they came from. And there's even a rule about how much laundry that you can put in the bags, and he thinks that's ridiculous, but it has to do with because the inmates are doing the laundry. And that's where it kind of, the name of the book comes from, I guess, because they wind up going to a school looking for his younger sister a better school to go to, basically. And they wind up telling people that they can get their laundry done for them by the inmates, the famous ones, like Al Capone being the number one. And people send stuff back with them, and they get paid to do this, which is like only a nickel or a dime, but that was a lot of money at the time. And then they bring the clothes back, and they say that their shirts are done by Al Capone. But then he gets devastated because his sister gets rejected from the school that she's trying to get into, and it's because she's very severe, and like they just can't handle her, basically. And long story short, he sends a letter to Al Capone even though the warden told him not to, and lo and behold, no one knows if by coincidence or not, but he winds up getting his sister into the school, and they accept her and start building another school for older kids like her and everything. And he always wonders if Al Capone had anything to do with it. And then one day at the very end of the book, he is slipping on a shirt, and underneath the collar it says "done." There's a little note in there that says "done," so you kind of get some closure at the end and know that Al Capone probably did help. Or I guess you don't know, but you think. And there's a lot of other stuff in the book too, but I want you to read it so you can figure that out. It was a great book, by the way.